Aaron Hernandez was a talented athlete who played as a tight end for the New England Patriots. At just 23 years old, he had achieved what many only dream of: fame, fortune, and a promising future. But beneath the surface, there were signs of emotional struggles and unresolved issues that would later become impossible to ignore. The documentary begins with a shocking news story. Aaron Hernandez had been arrested in connection with a serious legal case. The public was stunned. How could someone at the top of their game suddenly find themselves in such a situation? As the story unfolds, the documentary takes us back to Aaron's early life. He grew up in a challenging environment and experienced emotional losses at a young age, which may have deeply affected his mental well-being. Despite those challenges, he became a football star in high school and college, eventually joining one of the most successful teams in the NFL. But behind the fame was a different story. Aaron struggled with identity, pressure, and the expectations that came with being in the spotlight. The documentary also highlights the intense culture of sports and the lack of support for mental health among athletes, especially those dealing with personal and emotional conflict. One of the most powerful aspects of Killer Inside is how it connects Aaron's story with broader issues, such as emotional trauma, brain health in contact sports, and the pressure to appear perfect in public. After his passing, studies revealed that Aaron had a serious brain condition that can impact decision-making and behavior, raising important questions about the long-term effects of repeated injuries in athletes. The documentary doesn't seek to excuse or justify what happened, but instead to understand the complex layers that shaped Aaron's life, from childhood challenges to the demands of fame and the internal struggles he never fully revealed. It offers insights from family, friends, former teammates, and experts who paint a picture of someone who was fighting silent battles that few ever saw. A Killer Inside, The Mind of Aaron Hernandez, is not just a story about sports or headlines. It's a reflection on the human side of public figures and how hidden struggles can lead to life-altering consequences when left unaddressed. It's a powerful reminder that behind every success story, there may be pain we don't see. Now let's get into the details of this amazing Netflix series. If you are new here, please subscribe for more updates. Season 1 of Killer Inside consists of 3 parts. Part 1, titled The Fall, covers the period leading up to the murder of Odin Lloyd and Hernandez's subsequent arrest. Part 2, Reasonable Doubt, delves deeper into the murder investigation and Hernandez's state of mind. Part 3, The Mind of a Killer, explores Hernandez's troubled past and examines his behavior after the murder. Each episode features interviews with people close to Hernandez, including his fiancée, mother, brother, and friends, as well as law enforcement officials, attorneys, and medical experts. They offer their perspectives on Hernandez's actions and the events surrounding the case. One of the strengths of Killer Inside is the way it presents multiple viewpoints, allowing viewers to form their own opinions about Hernandez and his actions. For example, some believe he was guilty, while others argue that there were reasonable doubts about his involvement in the murder. The documentary doesn't shy away from showing the darker aspects of Hernandez's character, such as his history of violence and his alleged drug use. However, it also portrays him as a complex individual who was struggling with personal issues and may have been suffering from undiagnosed mental health conditions. Hernandez's story raises questions about the pressures faced by athletes, the glamorization of violence in sports, and the lack of support for mental health in the NFL. His tragic downfall serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of addressing emotional and psychological issues in a culture that often glorifies toughness and stoicism. Overall, Killer Inside is a well-made and thought-provoking documentary that explores the complexities of a highly publicized murder case. It provides a comprehensive look at the events surrounding the crime, the investigation, and the trial, as well as the personal lives of those involved. The interviews are engaging and informative, and the pacing of the series keeps viewers interested throughout. However, it's worth noting that some viewers may find the graphic content disturbing, and the series has received criticism for potentially exploiting the victims and their families. Despite these criticisms, Killer Inside is an impactful documentary that sheds light on a troubling crime and the factors that may have contributed to it. It's a reminder that even in the most high-profile cases, there are often multiple perspectives, and that seeking justice is just the first step towards healing. In conclusion, Killer Inside is a gripping true crime documentary that delves into the disturbing case of Aaron Hernandez. Through interviews with those close to Hernandez and experts in the field, the series explores the events leading up to the murder of Odin Lloyd and the aftermath. It paints a complex portrait of Hernandez, showcasing both his troubled past and his undeniable talent as a football player. The documentary raises important questions about mental health, the pressures faced by athletes, and the criminal justice system. While some viewers may find the graphic content disturbing, Killer Inside is a well-made and thought-provoking series that sheds light on a troubling crime and the factors that may have contributed to it. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of fame and the importance of addressing mental health issues in a society that often glorifies toughness and stoicism. Before moving on to other recommendations, I encourage you to watch Killer Inside, The Mind of Aaron Hernandez on Netflix if you haven't already. If you enjoyed this documentary, you might also appreciate another true crime series called Crime Scene: The Texas Killing Fields. This docuseries follows the investigation into a series of murders that occurred in a remote area near Houston, Texas. The show explores the personal stories of the victims and the tireless efforts of the investigators to bring their killers to justice. Like Killer Inside, Crime Scene: The Texas Killing Fields features interviews with those involved in the case, providing a first-hand account of the investigation process and the emotional toll it takes on all parties involved. The series is well-paced and suspenseful, keeping viewers engaged until the very end. Another great recommendation is the HBO documentary I'll Be Gone in the Dark. This 6-episode series follows Michelle McNamara, a true crime writer who becomes obsessed with catching the Golden State Killer, a serial rapist and murderer who terrorized California in the 1970s and 80s. The documentary is both captivating and disturbing, offering a glimpse into the mind of a serial killer and the relentless pursuit of justice by law enforcement and those affected by the crimes. If you're looking for a true crime series that will keep you on the edge of your seat, then I'll Be Gone in the Dark is definitely worth watching. If you like the show, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. You can also subscribe to our channel for more recommendations. And if you want to know more about Netflix's Killer Inside, check out the link in the description below for additional information. Thanks for watching and happy streaming.